Hi guys, welcome to the lineup. I'm Caroline Daly,
And I'm Abby Cliffio.
and we're doing an interview today. Our first
Yes.
interview was Monica Bradburn. Now we're talking to Dana Lerner. She started SheScores, which Abby found. How did you find her?
So I found Dana
Remind me.
so I am a member of Wise Women in Sports or
Yes.
Entertainment and Sports,
Yes.
and they send out messages in my email, and she's promoting her website, which we'll let her talk about in a
Yeah,
little
we'll
bit.
talk about in a minute.
Yes. And she was promoting it, and I was like, "This is so cool." So I texted Caroline, and I was like, "We haven't done an interview in forever."
Yeah.
The
We need to
W
do
is
more.
yes,
Like
we need to do more.
periodically, we need to do more of them. They're fun.
And we're, building something different right now. She's building something different.
Yeah,
So and we love to support our women in sports. So,
of course.
reached out, she was happy to do it, and
Yeah.
so we're gonna talk to her a little bit about who she is, what she's doing in sport, and then what the website she created looks like.
Yeah, and you guys will get a look at it, which is super fun.
Yes.
So yeah, tune into that. We'll get into that in a minute.
Headline.
But we have a couple things going on in sports. There's not a ton going on, but there's a couple things. First thing that we have to talk about. This is
Today,
my new Roman Empire. This happened today. What is today? July 28th,
28th.
the day that we're recording. I freaked out. I texted Abby in all caps. I was like,
I
"Shut
was
up,
so,
shut up.
scared.
SOS, SOS." And then I put next line, Madison Beer and Jay Herbo are engaged. So this
I
is huge.
This
This
is
is huge
huge,
for the lineup.
because when he hard launched her, lost my shit. Loved that.
Our worlds colliding. Like, we're Madison Beer fans. Also, I just want to say, I mean, she is one of the most beautiful women I have ever seen in my life.
Yep.
Talented, love her songs. I listen to her music forever. And then we always love Jay Herbo. If you listen to the lineup, you know our favorite quarterbacks. It's like Josh Allen, Justin Herbert, Joe Burrow.
The quarterbacks for the girls. Drake
Yes,
May.
yes, Drake May. Drake May. How could I forget? So like we have our top 4, top 5 guys. He's one of them.
Yeah,
He is definitely one of them. He's a good boy.
he is.
He's
They're
he's
so
Josh Allen is
sweet.
the ultimate good boy.
Yeah,
Duh. But I mean, I would say Justin Herbert is a close
he's
second.
pretty up there, yeah,
He's up there
and
with like Drake May.
I don't feel super like, I don't know, I don't feel, like, very parasocial about a lot of celebrities.
We talked about this recently. Was this the last podcast?
But
Or
yes, because
second to
we talked about
last?
Mr. and Mrs. Met.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah,
but this couple,
I
absolutely,
feel
those are my
parasocial.
friends.
I feel like Madison Beer is my best friend. Justin Herbert is my brother. What
Like,
did I say today in my text? He's my homeboy.
that is my homeboy.
That is my girl and that is my homeboy, and they're
He's
getting
not
married,
messy enough to be my homeboy, but
and they're getting
they're
married,
getting
they're
married.
engaged. This is combining our loves, pop culture, sports, every
I feel like
love.
literally we just saw the, TMZ or whatever notification of them, out together.
That's what I saw on Instagram. So
Like,
that was August of 2025. This is July of 2026. They were obviously dating before that
before we
picture
saw
came
them.
out.
Yes.
I think she went on like Therapost and said that they had been together for like a bit,
A
like
few
probably
months,
a couple
yeah.
months, few months. But yeah, it's been I mean, they've been together for like a teeny bit over a year and they're already engaged.
Ugh, and
Also,
I just love
what a
it.
cute couple.
They are precious. The
They
pictures are
complement each other
adorable,
so well.
and I like that they're not and this might be him because he don't love the media, but
No.
their engagement photos are very, I'd see these on my Instagram feed regularly. You know what I
Of,
mean?
like, someone that I'm friends with or
Yeah,
that
like,
I
people
know.
that we know now they're getting engaged left and right.
Oh, every day I open my
Don't need to talk about
Instagram,
it.
it's like, "Cheers to forever," and it's an
Right, like,
engagement.
I'm tired.
Or it's like, "Mommy and daddy are really excited to welcome," and there's like, ultrasound.
Right.
And I'm like, "Wait, I went to high
I know
school with you.
you.
Wait,
Right.
you're younger than me? Awesome. Let me take a minute."
So if but, if these weren't posted on, ESPN, if I didn't get, a notification from
Adam
Shein,
Schefter.
that
Yeah.
would've just been in my feed.
Yeah.
And it would've been
No, and
and
I'm
I
not gonna
like
lie to you,
that.
that's what I thought it was,
I
and
think
then
it's
it said, like, 1
precious.
million likes, and I was like, "Wait, wait,
Who?
who? Who?"
Uh-huh.
This
Yeah.
is my new Roman Empire. This is my Josh Allen, Haley Steinfeld part 2.
Yes.
Like,
I can't wait for the
I'm
wedding. It'll
so
be very sweet
happy.
and cute.
I'm
Yes.
so
I'm excited.
happy.
So
So that's
congratulations.
that is for the lineup the biggest piece of news. However,
There's an even
our
bigger piece of news,
there's a bigger piece of news for the
arguably.
world, for the sports world. The
Yeah.
lineup's biggest news was Madison Beer J Herbo, but the biggest sports news of this past week since we last talked to you guys is LeBron's a 76er. LeBron James.
Guys, Philly don't need that.
LeBron James. He's a 76er. I did see something. So he will be with Joel Embiid. He'll be
Mhm.
with oh my gosh, my brain. JB, Jalen Brown.
JB. Yep.
So he'll be with Jalen Brown, Joel Embiid. So like amazing roster. Okay.
Philly don't
Here's the thing.
need that, guys.
Here's the
Like,
thing
pipe
that I
down.
saw. Here's the thing that I saw someone say, and I thought it was hilarious. They said, "Oh, they said this will be a really good roster in the 3 games they play together." Did I
Yeah.
not send that to you? I
You did
forgot.
no, I don't think that you did.
I was going to. It literally someone tweeted or something like when it had the ESPN picture of all 3 of them like in the 76ers jersey, it said, "Oh, those 3 games they play together will be really good."
Just 3. Yeah. And, like, that's not even an exaggeration, guys.
No, because and it's not on I don't think Jalen Brown like he doesn't get injured a lot. I don't think. I'm not super big NBA gal. But I mean, Embiid,
Wrap yourself in bubble wrap at this point.
brother, stop pulling a hammy.
Right. Like, how old are we?
I mean, LeBron's older, obviously.
Right. So, like,
So
let's
like, come on. So yeah, this is LeBron's last team. I think he is stated.
yeah, it's a
Um,
3-year contract.
yeah, everyone's of course Miami and Cleveland fans are very sad that he didn't run it back
Uh-huh.
at probably his 2 favorite places, I would say. Um, yeah, so LeBron is gonna live in New York City and commute to Philly apparently via helicopter also. I saw that.
You guys, and this is why I just can't.
I know.
Maybe he's the GOAT, but I don't vibe with him like that.
He's not Abby's goat.
No,
Abby's
of course
goat
not. That's MJ.
Abby's goat is Michael Jordan.
That's MJ.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
But
and my MJ's my goat too. I'm not gonna lie. I
Philly
mean,
fans are
I'm Miss UNC.
of course.
Y'all
So
might as well
MJ's
like if y'all cut me open, it's Carolina blue. The blood is blue.
speaking of Kate, yay LeBron.
She
Speaking
said
of
no more LeBron for me.
speaking of Carolina Blue, I'm a
What?
Carter Finley Saturday night. Noah
Noah,
Khan, we have some beef.
Noah, we have words. I have some words.
'Cause listen,
Rude.
did he I love
I listen.
that
You're a good woman for stepping in Carter Finley. I couldn't do it.
one time I did it in the student section, now I can say that out loud. Worst experience of my life, I wanted to cry. Genuinely I snuck in, 'cause that's normal there.
Of
Worst
course,
experiences of my life.
crimes are normal in Carter Finley.
That's why it was the worst experience of my life. Yeah, hated it. But anyway, so I'm there because it was genuinely the best show of my life. Like, I have never
Good.
been to a large scale concert like that.
Yeah.
And I love that the Wolfpack made him, like inspired his secret song to be Howling because so good, pulled that from the depths. That's an archive song. That's a good one.
But
But then his little phone rings and he's like, "God, first of all,
First-
you muted yourself." We're so heated about this. She said.
guys, I'm so mad. I hit my mic and muted myself.
But
Welcome to the
anyway,
lineup. God painted the sky Carolina blue for a reason. Don't you dare say
don't
God
you
with
dare.
NC State. God painted the sky Carolina blue.
Carolina
When you
Blue.
guys look in the sky, it's Carolina blue.
Yeah. 20 like
Because guess what? Because guess what? Go Heels.
go Heels. And he goes, "NC State is better than both Duke and UNC." Oh, the
Pardon
week started
me.
off so good. You're right, they are better than Duke, maybe. Maybe.
I've always said this. Here's my thing. Okay, and this is UNC alum, Carolina bred and dead, not born, bred and dead. Born a Hokie. Okay. Here's my thing. I respect Duke. That's the difference.
Yeah.
Everybody's always like, "Oh, don't you hate Duke? You just probably hate Duke."
We can separate the team and the fans,
No,
I think.
I don't hate Duke. I respect Duke.
I dislike them, but yes,
Yes,
respect
I
them.
respect the rivalry. I respect the history. I love the storylines attached to UNC Duke. I respect it. I respect Coach K.
Totes.
Respect.
Yeah.
Respect. NC State, I don't respect you. And I don't respect you because of the way that you treat our people.
Or anybody. State fans are the worst. I will
Facts.
stand on
They
that
were so
forever.
mean to me. They cussed me out and they called me slurs that I can't say on this podcast. One time when I went to a UNC NC State football game, Abby knows this story.
Hot
I'm not going to
mess.
tell it again. It was so
They're
traumatic.
so awful. Yeah.
Called me a couple slurs.
Mhm. Yeah.
And I had to walk to the car in the freezing cold. And I was like,
That game was awful.
okay, you know exactly the one I'm talking about.
Yes, ma'am. I was
Oh,
there
yeah.
too. Yeah.
And I was like, okay. So I don't appreciate
Yeah.
the way that you treated our people.
So Noah, the venue was not an excuse to say that.
No.
But shouts out for putting on an excellent show. I'll
Go
forgive you by
Heels.
the time I see you in Coors Field. Okay. I'm sure I will.
You will. You will.
Yeah,
That's
for
coming up
sure.
soon, though.
I know that is soon.
You might need to take some time apart. And
Yeah,
then
that's we're taking some time apart.
yeah, holding space.
Holding space. Maybe possibly if you play Strawberry Wine when I see you then I will totally completely forgive you and we can move past this.
100%.
So
Yeah, go Heels.
go Heels.
Go Heels forever and always.
Yes. Go Justin Herbert.
Go Justin Herbert. Go Madison
Because
Beer.
then we can start calling him Madison Beer's husband, and that's so fun. Absolutely. Yes.
And, to everyone bringing back the LeBron James, like, you're my best friend. It's so funny.
It is so funny.
I love that little kid. I want to know what he's up to.
Somebody probably found him on TikTok.
I'll look for him today. I'll look for him. Hey, we have him on the podcast.
Stop. Next interview.
I'm not kidding. We keep throwing these things out of like, let's have this person on the podcast.
But I'm being so serious.
I'm not kidding you. I'm going to message the post-game clarity.
Oh my gosh. Like we were talking. This is
yes.
Sorry, I'm probably yelling.
No, I'm gonna lead into this. I'm messaging post-game clarity. I'm messaging Baby G.
Oh, I was thinking about Matt.
I'm messaging Matt.
Kelly Prescorn?
Yes.
Welcome to North Carolina.
Welcome to North Carolina. Go Panthers. I'm not a Panthers fan, but go Panthers.
Go Panthers.
I am messaging these people.
Welcome.
So we can have them on for an interview, which we're about to interview.
Yes. Dana. So that being said, buckle in. This is our first interview in a while.
Buckle in, hands at 10 and 2, eyes on the road.
It'll give you a little bit of a taste of kind of where we're going with this.
Yeah.
And if you're into women's sports, you'll be really into this.
You will.
So lock in and let's go. Just talk a little bit about yourself personally, and then we'll kind of jump into SheScores and what that's all about.
Cool. Well, thanks for having me. My name is Dana. A little bit more about me. I spent the majority of my career on the business side of Broadway. I was a Broadway producer and entrepreneur, and so producing shows on and off Broadway, and had a few small businesses, the biggest of which was a social media consulting and brand strategy company for the arts. When the pandemic hit, shut down everything I was doing, and I went to business school to try to fix Broadway. Once I was there, I realized there were so many other things I could be doing. Had a few chief of staff roles in a variety of industries. I'm the kind of person who, when the going gets tough, the tough book a plane ticket. And so I went to Milan. I went to the Olympics, awesome. Which I don't know if you've been to the Olympics, but like add it to your list because it was really incredible. I'm an ice hockey player by training. And so this was sort of the year of hockey for everyone. It's all hockey for me. But and I was sitting there and I was like, oh my gosh, I should work in sports. And so, I started down that journey, but mostly about SheScores is I was trying to find PWHL scores, the women's hockey league scores. Couldn't really find them. I was watching one game and then I was Googling another game and posting in my group chat about the other game. And I was like, there's got to be a better way. Let me figure this out. And then it wasn't just hockey. It was like, well, I'm a fan of the Liberty, of the WNBA, and I like Gotham. And like, what if I could just see all of my women's sports in one place, without having to scroll through all of the other sport? Not that I dislike the other sports, but
Yeah.
I had a thing of, I just wanted to, figure this out. And so then I built it.
No, that's something that I have also noticed with women's sports. Like when you
Mhm.
search up, like, oh, if we're watching NFL, like, what is the score of like Chiefs, whatever, it'll show up right there on Google.
Yeah.
But with a lot of women's sports, I know with the W now, it'll show up, but you have to like dig for that.
And I feel
They're
like
not just up there.
yeah, and certain apps as well, like, there are certain ones on ESPN that pop up first of, like, click
Yeah.
on these leagues to get these scores and these stats, and then you have to hit, like, the see more button to see all of the
Yeah.
other leagues, so it isn't as accessible, I feel like, as it should be.
No, I agree. And
Yeah.
again, like, my ideal day is sitting on the couch watching sports. So I will watch anything, but I just want to see what's happening in like the sort of women's sports world without having to swipe and scroll and Google.
So walk us through kind of the process of creating SheScores and give us that backstory if you can.
Yeah. So again, as I said, I was just kind of frustrated. Like, why can't I find these scores anywhere? And I am a non-technical solo founder. I don't have the software engineering background, but I leveraged AI and all these AI tools to build and sort of ship this myself, right? And sort of create like a proof of concept or this MVP, and drawing from what I wanted to see, right? Like, and my knowledge of the space and of this audience. And I just sort of was iterating, and I did a lot of research too, just about, other potential competitors, and just like, so again, too, like what ESPN or what Fox Sports and all these other organizations share. And then I just sort of had a vision and I just sort of built it. But it was figuring out what mattered, what didn't, how do you build something that doesn't exist. And I did break some things once or twice, which that was unpleasant, but then you learn how to fix it. But yeah, it was really just sort of figuring out what data to show, where to get it, what mattered, why, and how to display it. And so it worked in my brain, and it seems like it also works in other people's brains.
Building that from scratch, like there's gotta be, it's a lot of trial and error, I'm sure. What do you think was the hardest part? And then also, like, what was the most fun for you while you were learning how to do all of that?
Okay, so I'll start with the most fun, which I think was like having having something to do.
Yeah.
Looking for a job is a full-time job in and of itself, but it's
It
like
is.
this this is also, I sort of made this like not my job, but it's something I can do every day in parallel to my next thing. And it was fun to just like build something, like take an idea and execute on it. Because I'm sure a lot of people have a lot of great ideas. I've certainly had some in the past that I didn't do anything with. And the most fun part was being like, I see that I have this problem. I think other people have this problem. Let me figure out how to solve it. And I did, at least in its current iteration. And so that was fun. Obviously playing around and learning too, like new tools and sort of a new skill set. That's fun. The hardest part, I think, was like figuring out where to get the information from, where to get the data from. And also too, that was trial and error, but that certainly comes again from like my knowledge of the space and, creatively solving problems. If it was like, no, this doesn't exist, it's like, well, but it does, but maybe it's just not this path, it's a different path. And so that was the hardest part, I think. And then, I have a marketing background, so that's not necessarily hard, but sort of the next piece of the puzzle is how do I get it in front of every women's sports fan on the planet?
So can you kind of walk us through, and I think Abby was going to pull it up for our
Oh,
video
yes, I can screen
listeners.
share, and we can
Could you
kind of
kind of
look at
walk us
that.
through how to use the website, the app? Just kind of walk us
Yeah, I
through,
would love
if
to.
you don't mind. Yeah.
No, absolutely. I'm just gonna pull it up over here so I can
Okay.
actually see what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Great. Well, so this is the homepage on the desktop. I will sort of caveat that, an app is on the roadmap, but if you do, you can save a web page to your iPhone home screen as a widget.
Mhm.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
so that is the solve for that at this moment. So I want to plug no app yet, but you can make it look like one. So,
Yes.
so this is on the desktop. Basically, you go to the website, and I am logged in right now. And because I'm logged in, I've favorited my teams. And so when you create an account, you'll be able to favorite all your teams, and you'll find them in your own little portal. But basically, you pop in along the top row here are the women's leagues that we currently feature. More to come. Unrivaled doesn't start until the winter, so
Yes.
it will. I didn't. Someone was like, "Where's Unrivaled?" I was like,
They're
"It's
not
not
playing.
in the field."
They're not playing.
And so what's in pink highlighted, those are the leagues that have games today. The ones that are grayed out are the leagues, but they don't have games today. Right under it, that's sort of the calendar view. You can scroll back to see the scores from yesterday.
Mhm.
And you can today, and then you can click through to see the future dates coming up by league. And then, of course, it's filtered by league. So it's the W, and then women's soccer, softball, lacrosse, rugby, golf, tennis. And out of season right now are the new baseball league, the PWHL, League One volleyball, and Major League Volleyball. And you'll see that those are out of season. So that's sort of the homepage. You can see here again, these are the games today. There's an add to calendar feature. So you can add the games, either single games or an entire season to your calendar, both like Apple, Outlook, and Gmail.
Oh, wow.
So
Okay.
that was one of my dear friends. I've gotten really amazing feedback, which is wonderful. And I'd love to hear your feedback too, if you have any, just to keep improving. But one of my friends was like, I would love an add to calendar. And I was like,
Mhm.
that's a really good idea.
That is a good idea.
And then
No,
so
I love that. Abby and I are big time like Gmail calendar
Oh,
girls.
yes.
So
I
loving that.
I love a calendar invite.
Yeah.
And so here it says where it is, where you can watch the game here, when it is. These are all in Eastern time.
Mhm.
If you click through to whatever team, you can see their entire schedule. Again, you can favorite this team. You could add their entire season to your calendar instead of just game by game. So you can see their entire schedule. You can see their historical results. You can see the standings for the league.
Oh, awesome.
And then
Oh,
a
I
new
love that.
addition is the stats. Someone also was like, I'd love to see player stats.
Like individual player stats.
That's
Yeah.
awesome. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
now the stats are here, and you can like filter. It auto filters for points, but you can filter for everything else. Go back to the W. Here are the games today, and again, you can like click see what games are coming up. This opens and closes.
Yeah, I like that too.
But if you go to browse teams, right, you'll see all of the different places that you can go to favorite the teams and see your teams and things like that. So happy to double click literally and figuratively into anything here, but that's sort of that's the overview. I think what's interesting with like the tennis and LPGA is that they only have tournaments over the weekend, right? So it'll only show, here's the next tournament, and it's Thursday through Sunday, but there's a full leaderboard here for when they're playing. And then I will say too, in terms of picking your favoriting. Oops, I just did this. Favoriting, you can browse team. Sorry, you can. I've put the top 25 players.
I was gonna ask about that. Yeah, for like individual sports.
For the LPGA and also tennis, like I haven't ranked. I'm pulling in the top 25 ranked players right now in their country and whatever, and you can favorite them. So you can see them in your my teams.
Mhm. Yeah, I
How did
love this
you
setup.
I do too. It's also,
Yeah, it's
like,
very
I think
organized.
yeah, super
Thank
user-friendly,
you.
super
Yes.
straightforward.
Yeah.
How did you decide, what leagues you were gonna go ahead and just test out and put on there?
Mhm.
Yeah, great question. Well, first is obviously the PWHL had to be on there. They are out of season, so like a lot of this I'll have to rejigger once they are in season.
Uh-huh.
But of course, the W is like the biggest sort of attention grabbing women's sports league.
Yeah.
So that's why that's here. That's also why it's first. Um, Perhaps a future feature I could make is like you just drag and drop where you want, like you can rank the leagues you want.
Yeah, on what
That's an
ones you
interesting,
watch the most or
right? That's
something, or
that's
yeah.
an interesting idea. I should write that down. Um, and so I just picked the biggest leagues, right? So I picked the W and women's soccer, and softball is new and growing.
Yes.
The women's lacrosse league, I
Mhm.
think, very cool. I just picked the teams I like to watch, the leagues I like to watch. I didn't watch any Major League Volleyball, candidly, but I know that they have a big platform as well. And so it was just like, again, I'm trying to solve a problem I had. I wanted to see the teams that I wanted to watch. So
Yeah.
but again, like people are like, oh, are you gonna do this, that, the other thing? And I'm like, yes, I am, and keep sending me what someone, international women's sports, and like someone was like, I want to see the Premier Leagues, like women's
Yeah.
Premier
Yeah.
Soccer, and so that would be a fun challenge to figure out how to do that. So
Yeah.
I
That kind
know
of leads into another question is obviously this is a huge accomplishment to get all these things on there, all that kind of stuff. But where do you kind of see the website going in the future,
yeah.
like you said, or kind of future things you want to add, other improvements or things you want to make?
Yeah, sure. Well, there are a few things on the roadmap. I think certainly college sports is on there. I'm a big college sports fan. I know one of your recent podcasts, you talk about men's baseball.
Yes.
Again, which is cool. And I'm a big, as I said, hockey fan. I love watching my women's college hockey team play religiously every Friday and Saturday, and sometimes Sunday when they're playing Sundays. And so certainly the big time college sports. So obviously basketball, hockey, probably lacrosse and softball, maybe volleyball too, just like in tandem with these leagues that are here, like as the
Mhm.
pipeline. But then also, and I can also do more research on this too, but like those I feel like are sort of the most popular or visible women's college sports, at least
Mhm.
across the nation. I know other sports are more visible in certain regions, but again, I'm like, what do I want to see? Well, I'd love to see my women's hockey team right up there next to
Yeah.
right? So that's sort of one idea, and I'm excited for that. Certainly adding in some more, some other leagues. Certainly the international idea is very cool.
Mhm.
Right now, it's most like I can see who's logging in or where people are logging in from, and
I
it's
was curious about that. Like, where are the people? What are their
it's mostly the
backgrounds?
U.S. It's mostly the U.S. I have a friend.
Yeah.
I have a few friends who live abroad, but one of my friends lives in Amsterdam, and I see the Netherlands has signed in, and I'm like, okay, I'm pretty sure that's who that is. But I'd love for this to grow, right? Because women's sports aren't just in the U.S., and obviously, I'm a little biased because that's all I see, right? I'm only in the U.S. women's sports world, in Canada, I guess, right?
Yeah.
And so I think certainly international would be cool. Obviously, with Women's World Cup coming up,
Yeah.
and the Olympics coming up, like those are things further down the roadmap, but certainly like Olympics, right? And again, and the Women's World Cup, right? Obviously, that has their own app too, or I have to maybe do more research into it. But I know the Olympics has their own app where you can filter
Mhm.
by teams and things like that. But again, maybe someone wants to see all of the things they like in one portal instead of going to everything else. So
Mhm.
certainly college and like the big tentpole FIFA Women's World Cup and the Olympics are some of the things on the roadmap.
And I know, like you said, the Olympics, they have their app, and that's how you find stuff during the Olympics. But I know, like, individual sports, like, I did gymnastics growing up, I still coach, like, that is my summer Olympic sport.
Sure.
There's nowhere really, unless you, like, deep dive Google it, to find those standings while they're, like, qualifying, and a lot of
Mhm.
individual sports are like that. So I think that that's something that, people would want to look for is like, okay, who is qualifying for the Olympics, or how
Sure.
are these teams doing in an Olympic year? That
Yeah,
kind of
more
thing.
individual sport standings maybe or
Yes.
something
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, or like similar to the golf, right? Like who are these top,
Who are the top?
Yeah.
Yes.
like,
Mhm.
or who's trying out for who's competing for the spots for
Mhm.
the teams, or again, if the college stuff gets going, you're right. Gymnastics, women's gymnastics certainly has the attention
Yes.
of
Oh,
the
yeah.
people in the
Yeah.
U.S. certainly.
Oh, yeah.
And so that's an interesting idea, right? Like call it maybe, college gymnastics, or like that's another college sport. So,
Mhm.
but yeah, send me, like, I want to hear the ideas, right?
Yeah.
There's a bunch of other, like, some people are telling me ideas. I'm like, okay, I'll write that down. Like, I don't think that that's a right now thing, but it could be a future thing. So
Yeah.
I want all of the feedback, and and some stuff I'm like, cool. Let me noodle on
Let me
that.
table that. Yep.
No, I don't think there's, like, nothing is a stupid question and there's no bad idea. But
Yeah.
it's just like, in my opinion, but it's just like, I'm like, okay, where does this fit in the puzzle of like what we're building? So
Yeah.
I also really like, I know, like you mentioned, professional women's volleyball isn't huge right now, but it's growing. And same with the AUSL. I know they're in their second season right now, I think. And finding all of their scores in one place, like having that easily accessible while they're on the come up, I think is awesome for fans that are trying to get into that sport.
Yeah, get
yeah,
more
the
eyes
season,
on the
right,
sport. Mhm.
right. The season just ended, I think.
Yes,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
the Talons won again. Yeah.
So I think I might have to, like, now this is a good, like, I need to go and change and say the season is now over. Congrats to the Talents,
Mhm.
right? Like, I need to update
Yeah.
AUSL. And certainly too, like, another idea, just like other things that could be interesting is like more communication from this website, right? Like people are signing up, using it to log in and see what their teams are doing, but like an email going out, congrats,
Your team
yeah,
won, or
yeah, or not, right? Or
Yeah.
just
or
like,
they lost, yeah.
Or
right,
yeah.
there are a lot of women's sports media companies out there, and that's not what I want to be. I think there's certainly
Mhm.
opportunities to partner with them, to fill the gaps that they have and that I have. But there's stuff like that too, of just like building this community of like, when the baseball league starts, which is in August, starts August 1st, like an email will go out to the people on the platform, like, baseball. I don't even think people know that there's a women's professional baseball league.
Yeah,
A
to
Honestly.
say
lot of
like,
people don't, yeah.
yeah, this is when it's starting. Here are some games to watch. That would be kind of cool to get
Yeah.
an email like that. Yeah, I like that.
So
Mhm.
those are some things. But yeah, send me your feedback, both of you and people
Yeah.
listening or watching. So yeah, that's I don't know, any other things you want me to click through?
Yeah, is there anything else that you would say people kind of need to know about the website if they're trying to navigate it, if they're new to it? What would you say are kind of the need to know items?
I think the need to know item, I think, is like favoriting your teams. I think that's fun. Like, of course, you can use it for everything. As I said, I love to watch sports, so I just want to see what's happening. But I think there's a lot of stuff to build out once you have once you favorite your teams, and the type of content or the way it's even laid out. Like, should favorite teams not live here, my teams, but live when you first log in? Here are your teams who are playing today, and then everything else is underneath it, right? Like, so I think play around is maybe the better way to say it. Is like, certainly I think, like, favorite your teams, because that's really where I think you'll have the most fun and get the most enjoyment out of it. But also too, just like play around and see what you like. And right, if you're a fan of the W or women's soccer when they have their upcoming games, right? Like, you'll see there are 4 games going on in a single day. You can just watch this portal and just see all the games. So I think certainly play around. I'm glad you think it's user friendly. That was the point. And it is active on mobile too. So I think while it is a website, a web page, it is active on mobile. So yeah, I think play around, favorite your teams, and again, let me know your questions, comments, concerns, because there's some stuff that I've missed, and people are like, "Hey, here's this thing," and I was like, "Oh my god, we got to fix that." Okay. Right? Or like there was like this. So basically, someone saw the website and they were like, "Oh, women's lacrosse league." Like, hey, none of these they're not showing games coming up. And I was like, well, that's not good because that's what it is across the platform, right? So games. And I was like, and then I looked online and I was like, oh, that's because the next game isn't until August 8th. So it's not within this like next 7-day window. But I can see how it would be very confusing for someone to go to this page and like not have this here. Like it would just be like no games.
Yeah, that is helpful to have that. Like,
and then so I was like, we should fix that.
Yeah, that's super helpful.
So now every league, can say, see upcoming, we just discussed, I need to update this because the season has ended. And so that's not helpful. But again, like for the golf, it's like, right, like you wouldn't see stuff during the week. You'd only see it during the weekend. So next tournament, maybe have to change these to tournaments instead of games. It's like little things like that now that I'm finding. And of course, I'm finding it now live on recording, but that's okay.
That's okay.
I'm a human. So change games to tournaments. Yeah, I don't know. That's it. Do you have any other questions about it?
I don't think so. I think that, like we said, it's super user friendly, and you kind of walked us through how to use everything, which was helpful. And I think that'll be helpful. And the visual also will be helpful, I think, for people who are watching and listening. And we'll put the website link in our YouTube description and all of that.
Yeah.
So our last question, and we asked this last time we did an interview as well, but do you have any advice for any girl, woman who's trying to kind of break into the sports industry, or who is just has like a little bit of interest in entering into sports?
That's a great question. And it's like relevant too, because I'm also trying to break into sports.
Yes,
like,
it's perfect.
Leverage your talents and your skills. Like, I come from the theater and I have a live entertainment background, but that's exactly it. I have a live entertainment experiences and operations background. And as I said, right, like I'm an athlete, I'm a fan, and that's very transferable. And, you're not in New York, I don't think, and neither of you are in New York, right?
No, we're in North Carolina.
Well, North Carolina. New York, you have to come to a Liberty game because those games they're not games, it's not sport, it's entertainment. It's an experience. And like I really think that that's where sports are going. And so I think anyone who has any type of like background in any of those things, I believe any skill is transferable. It's just about how you tell your story. And I think passion really comes through also. And, for me, because I don't have pure play sports experience on my resume, I now have this, right? And I'm like, hey, I do have sports experience and wanted to take work. So I think, I don't know. I think that leverage your skills and tell your story. And then also too, like, if you are an athlete, that's also an advantage, right? Like, what it takes to win and what it's like to lose and how you just have to pick yourself back up again, like, and do it again and again and again until you get it right. And it's like, that's sort of how I'm viewing my breaking into sports, right? It's like, all right, I know what it takes and I just got to keep banging on the door. And so hopefully I think that was helpful.
Yeah. Oh, I love it. Yeah. It's super cool to just hear your story and hear how you literally built this from the ground up yourself. It's just very cool and inspiring to.
Thank you. And it's it is very cool. I'm glad that you it resonates, and there's a lot more to come. So again, please do play around, send me feedback, and I will quickly make these changes that we just talked about. And yeah, do you have any other, like, what else can I say? What else can I answer for you?
I don't
I
know. I
think
think
that's
that's all
it.
that I had. Yeah.
Yeah, is there anything else you wanna add that maybe we didn't touch on that you think would
No,
be
I
good?
think I'm really excited for this, and it's great that the feedback has been so positive. And so I appreciate the opportunity to come here and talk about it, and then hopefully share it with more people. So I very much appreciate this opportunity.
Yeah.
Of
Well,
course.
thank you so
Yeah,
much for
thank
hopping
you for
on
coming
and
on.
sharing this with us and sharing it with our audience. We're excited to be able to help you share that because
Thank
we
you.
were looking through the website and we were both super excited about it. So
Cool. Well, thank you. No, I'm so glad to hear that, because I built it for me, right? And then I
Yeah,
was like, well, I think more people would like this. I don't know. And it
yeah,
seems like they do. So that's you asked in the beginning, like, what's been the most fun? I think too the most fun is that, like, this idea resonates with people, and like then I gotta keep going with it, right?
right.
yeah.
It would be a different story if people were like, eh. So like, okay, well, I'm gonna use it. And if no one else cares, then I will at least know all of the PWHL scores during the season.
That went well. That was fun. Um, we are going to be sure, like I said, to stick the SheScores link in
Yes.
the description,
Of YouTube,
YouTube,
Spotify, Apple Podcasts, all the things.
everything, so
Yeah,
that you can find it easily accessible. If you
yeah.
have feedback for Dana, leave
Put
it
it
in
in
the
the
comments.
comments.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah,
So let us know if you're using it. Let us know if you're checking it out. And let us know if there's anything that you want to see here in the future. If you want to
yeah.
see more interviews, if you want
People
to
you want
see.
us to interview.
Yes.
Yeah, we can
Because
always
like we
reach out.
said, we're expanding, we're doing new things, and we're
We are.
excited
New
about
things
it.
are coming.
New things are coming to your inbox, maybe?
Whoa.
Whoa. It's like, yeah, don't get too excited. Soon means like
Soon
eventually. I should
soon
stop saying
means,
soon. I
like
should start saying eventually.
soon means, like, something new will come in, like,
Before December.
August,
Yeah.
and then something else new will come before the end of the year.
Right.
Did you just 6-7?
No, like give or take, like okay. Anyway,
Anyway,
so thank you guys so
yeah,
much for joining us today. Big shout out to Dana for joining us as well and sharing her venture. We're excited for her. We're excited to see where this goes. If you guys want to keep up with us, and like we said, if you're interested in seeing what's new, follow us on TikTok and on Instagram at the lineup_sports_pod. That's also our YouTube, so be sure to follow us there, like and subscribe, all of the things.
please.
If you're a podcast listener, you can find us on Apple Podcasts and on Spotify every week. We're taking a little break from the reality sports show, but those will be back up
Oh, those will be back
at the
and
end of the
better than
summer.
ever for football season. You know those boys love
Yes.
football.
So we're super excited about that.
Yeah.
If you're interested in what we're doing, follow us on Instagram. Mine is Abby N. Clavio.
And mine is Caroline E. Daly.
Thank you so much for watching and listening. We will see you guys next week. Bye.
Bye.
The pause was so bad.